Well, it is a hot day, and it is the hottest ticket in the Hawkeye state today. President Trump is speaking in Iowa tonight. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Kling. KWWL's Luke Burdsall is at the Iowa State Fairgrounds for us now, live ahead of that big speech tonight. Luke?
And here in Iowa, I think we just might be the best.
Yeah, Elizabeth, good evening. And you really said the whole story of the day. Yeah, it is very, very hot out there. Just about 2 hours ago, President Trump did leave from Joint Air Base Andrews en route for Iowa. He's coming right here to America's heartland. Now, also going to be greeting him is going to be hundreds and possibly even thousands of people. I'm looking right now at the entrance of the fairgrounds here, and people are starting to flow in, potentially just getting off of work now. Now, some big names here in Iowa are taking the stage. Senator Joni Ernst, Republican Chair Jeff Kaufman gave a passionate speech up there. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley, Attorney General Brenna Byrd, who's actually speaking behind me right now. Now, the high temperatures, as we mentioned, did not scare anybody away from attending today. These folks have been out there for hours, most of which, right behind me, have been here since before me at 6 in the morning. Now, President Trump's anticipated return to Iowa coming on the same day. His big, beautiful bill just crossed that final hurdle. He did announce on social media about an hour ago that he's going to be holding a signing ceremony at 3 p.m. tomorrow, Iowa time. And by the way, the president has been pretty busy today, even outside the bill getting over the finish line. He had a call with President Putin this morning, and perhaps he will elaborate on the content of that call and maybe even some progress that's made on the Russia-Ukraine war front. What we do know about tonight's speech is that President Trump intends to speak about one of his favorite places, as he says in Truth Social, Iowa. He says he intends to speak about his commitment to Iowa farmers, also his commitment to Iowa small businesses, also the men and women that have kept this country safe, both past and present. Now, the guest speakers are still wrapping things up right now. They're playing some pretty loud videos you can probably hear. President, as I mentioned, en route to Des Moines. He is set to take the stage at 7:30 tonight. This crowd, they're patient. They're waiting for him. Elizabeth.
It'll be interesting to hear what he has to say, certainly. And Luke, it's no big secret, it is so hot out there. You've had to manage that heat all afternoon, along with a whole lot of people in the crowd. How have people been coping with the heat being out there all day?
Yeah, well, I can attest to that, too. I mean, I've been out here, like I mentioned, since about 6:30 this morning. I got a text from my mom, my grandfather, wondering if I'm okay. I'm doing okay, and, so are these people, too. I spoke with one man named Steve Lagoon, actually, who I just happened to run into. He was pouring a bottle of water on his face, and I tell him, are you okay? And he says, yeah, the heat's brutal, but this is all going to be worth it. He drove down here, by the way, from Minnesota with his entire family. Now, I believe he said it's his son's birthday, and his son wanted to come here to celebrate. Thankfully, though, the staff here have been handing out free waters today, ice cold, although the ice has been melting pretty fast. However, a couple folks did suffer from some heat exhaustion today. They were treated, and thankfully, they do appear to be okay right now. Outside of that, everybody that you see in this crowd behind me and the crowd that I'm starting to see build behind the camera here, they're just patient, and they're waiting for President Trump. Once again, set to take the stage at 7:30 tonight. Live in Des Moines, Luke Burdsall, News 7, KWWL.
Interesting to see. Hopefully things can cool off a bit later on. Thanks, Luke.